Kia ora, lovely to meet you. I'm Fleur Murray, Deputy Chief Executive Corporate Services for the Ministry for Ethnic Communities. Do you mind introducing yourself, please?
Pleasure meeting you. My name is Jonathan Manuel and I represent the New Zealand Airline Academy.
Tell me about your organisation.
I would probably say it's a very young enterprise. We started in 2018 and we got our NZQA approval through an organization that we work along with, and we got our first student roll-in on the 4th of August, and then he went flying on the 5th of August 2018. So that's when actual flight training started.
Fantastic. So going back before that,
Yes.
I understand you came to New Zealand as an international student, and then you've gone on to obviously set up the company. What are some of the challenges that you've had, Jonathan, along the way?
You come in as an international student, and when you start working here, and when you actually want to start a business, one of the major issues is you don't get funding, especially if you want to buy a plane. It doesn't come under a mobile property, it comes under flyable property. So literally someone can fly it and take it away. So we had issues with that. So it was my business partner, Selroy. So he identified one of a financier based out of Nelson. He was quite gracious to actually lend money in helping us buy our first aircraft. So that's where the journey started. We had to put about 30% of the deposit. So we had to scramble and put all our life saving to buy our first plane with financing from Air Loans, the company based out of Nelson. Yeah.
That's fascinating.
Yeah,
it's amazing. I'd never really thought of it like that, with the plane not being insured and not having been able to get a loan for it because it flies. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how did you overcome the challenges then, Jonathan?
What we did was we put all our life saving into buying the first plane, and then we started operating the aircraft to its max potential. Our productivity at the moment, the way we started initially and even at the moment, is about 2.5 to 3 times more than other flight schools in New Zealand. For example, another flight school which owns 28 planes, and the number of flying hours they do with 28, we are able to achieve with 12 aircraft. So that's what actually helps us bring in funds to actually put money towards the second aircraft. So it started operating in cycles like that.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's amazing
thank
and
you.
fantastic. So you've grown your business, I understand, from 2 planes initially to 20, is that right?
One.
From 1 to 20?
Yes.
So what advice do you have for other business owners, ethnic business owners who are starting up in New Zealand?
So what I usually advise people is, to look at a product which is niche and find a gap in the space. So if you identify a space, then try to fill that. So what we found as entrepreneurs was that, all the flight schools in the country used a fleet of planes which was pretty old. And the other thing was international students who come into New Zealand for flight training, you find that they find it difficult because they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to do things, because most of these kids come from affluent families. So we set up a hostel. Again, that was a niche which no one else provided in New Zealand. So we were the first flight training school to start with new planes and with a hostel facility. So that kind of triggered the growth that we have today.
That's amazing. So that was the point of difference with the hostel.
That's right, hostel and brand new planes.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah,
that's
thank
incredible.
you.
How have your connections to your home country, India, helped you out in New Zealand?
Yeah, so that is again has been really helpful, because you work along with people back home, and the connections that you have there helps you in passing those information and spreading it in your home country. Because if you look at our demographic of our students, 90% of our students are from India. So we've grown from 1 student to now about 150 students, and 90% are from India. So all through word of mouth and connections that we've had. So all this actually has helped us, grow.
Well, that's amazing to get your profile up and running.
Yes,
Right.
straight away.
And lastly, what would you like to share with the audience that's going to watch this video?
Yeah, what I would say is, in case you have an idea, don't be afraid. If you, find a product that you think could work, go for it. Go with what your heart says. Believe in yourself. Just trust yourself, trust the system that helps you, and then go for it. And what I always say is, you need to have a purpose in life. when you don't have a purpose in life is when you get lost. But whereas when you know your purpose, and then you can make a point of difference, and then you can start bringing in products or helping someone or whatever your heart says you want to do, you can go forward. I always say your dream and your resources should not match. If you have $10 in your pocket and you have a dream for $10, that's not a dream. Have a dream which is beyond you. Probably you have a dream for 1 billion but you just have a dollar in your pocket, then that's a dream. So keep pressing on, and then one day you'll achieve it.
Love it. And I think the other thing would be to say wear nice bright clothing as well.
Absolutely.
On behalf of the ministry, thank you and congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much.
Lovely to meet you.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.